All right. Hello,
Hello.
Olivia. Could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, hi. I'm Olivia Kehoe. I am on my second year at Fullerton College. I graduated high school in 2018, and so yeah, and it's been like 2 years almost. Yeah, my major. So I initially decided to major in English, and I completed like all the coursework for that. But then later on, I decided that I really liked political science. So I decided to do like a double major. And so this last semester, I crammed like 21 units into one semester.
Wow,
And like I'm taking like 5 political science classes, and then yeah, 2 English. So yeah,
that's amazing.
that's where I'm at with like school. That's like a basic in like my journey or whatever. But yeah. But yeah, that's that.
And how did
Yeah.
that
What
go?
about you?
21 units in one semester?
Yeah, I had to petition the school. Yeah, for future like students who want to take more classes, if they want to like they decide they're really passionate about a subject, or they need to like kind of cram like their subjects into like a smaller amount of time. You can
Right.
petition the school. It's a very brief process. So you would just go to like the counseling center and then down to admissions and records,
Mhm.
and then they would help you petition the school to allow you to take as many.
For over 18 units, you must be cleared by the school.
Yeah.
And is that only specific to Fulton College or is that all over California? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think that
Okay.
it's pretty around that amount. You would have to get cleared more for community colleges. Yeah, in
Right.
general, because they
Okay.
follow a relatively similar system, college by college.
Okay. So you had to petition for that, and I'm assuming that was a
Mhm.
lot, but I also know you work a lot of jobs. So can you explain a little bit of
Yeah,
that?
yeah, sure. Okay, so I am putting myself through college like by myself, so it's a little bit stressful, and so I decided that if I wanted to like get somewhere, like I need to put myself there. You know what I mean? So I've been working a lot over the past 2 years. I think I've worked over 7 different jobs. I
Okay.
currently work 5 jobs. I work 3 jobs that are on campus, and then I also work at Fullerton. So I'll go into those later, but I also work at the
Right.
Fullerton Public Library.
Okay.
So it's a city job, which is really cool because that looks
Yeah.
really good on a transcript ever,
Right, it does.
or a resume. And then yeah, resume. Oops. And then yeah, and then so I work at Fullerton Public Library, and then I work at Fullerton in high school as well, as an AVID tutor. Yeah,
As an AVID tutor. Okay.
yeah.
So those are your
So
two non-campus jobs. What about your
yeah.
on-campus jobs?
Okay. So my on-campus jobs, I work in a writing center as a writing center tutor. Really, really fun. I get to like help out people, improve my writing skills. That's good. I also work as a growth mindset and mindfulness ambassador.
Yeah.
So that entails. Can you hear me? Is my audio cutting out again?
No, it's not. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. So I can type this in the chat too as well.
All right.
Yeah. So, and that entails like visiting classes and talking about like growth mindset, and as well as like like organizing things on campus. So we have on campus mindfulness Mondays, and these are kind of things where people, if they would choose to, can kind of come and talk to other people, just talk about how their day's going. Sometimes they do more formal, like guided
Yeah.
meditation practices. Yeah, and that's just part of something to help students like acknowledge like mental health, and to like kind of take into account that that functions very strongly in how well you perform academically. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And
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 then
that's a lot of classes and a lot of jobs. How do you manage
yeah.
all
Okay, so
that?
I honestly I don't really know how. I just kind of take it like as it comes. Um,
Right.
yeah. Um, a lot of like my work is so I work probably, although it is a lot of jobs, like 5 jobs sounds like a lot.
Hmm.
It is
Yeah.
just around 40 to 50 hours a week. So it's the equivalent of like one full-time job. So it's
Okay.
not like a crazy, crazy, crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Um, Yeah. And then another thing that I do is that I just like I take walks, I maintain exercise, I take
That's good.
public transportation. So I walk all over the place, and that like keeps me going. Also, like staying connected with friends is like a really big part. So I try to like study with friends. I try to like arrange stuff with friends. That helps keep like me having a social life. You know, it's good. And then finally, before each semester, I map out like all my time. So I like do the math and I calculate like how much sleep I can get per night. Um, like what assignments I need to complete, how much time I have to like shower, eat, you know,
Right.
take the bus, all these different things. So I have that all mapped out. I can send it to you if you want. It's kind of funny. But,
Yeah, sure, do send it to me. Maybe I can like put
yeah,
it up with this video.
yeah,
But
for sure.
does that ever get exhausting? Because that just sounds like a lot of work you're doing.
I think like I honestly I don't like burn out or anything. It is a lot of work, but I am able to manage it all because I do kind of know that first I'm extremely passionate about education and all my work. If I didn't love my work, I would not do this because I would be miserable,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I try to like manage my time well. Also, I as I mentioned before, I am on my own for like college and stuff. So
Hmm.
I have to like save a lot. So yeah,
Right.
I've saved so far approximately like $9,000
Wow.
over
That's
these
really
past few
impressive.
years. Yeah, thank you. And so
Yeah.
like I'm still gonna probably have to take out loans, and that's really hard
Yeah.
to like accept. But I did like the best I could. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
And so I figured like I just gotta get my stuff together and like do the best that I can. Yeah. So
Right. So you're in community college now, and I'm assuming that's very cost effective for you, for somebody like you
yeah.
who's putting yourself through college. Can you talk a little bit more about that aspect of community colleges?
Yeah. So community college, I love it because everything's free. Like it's really, really awesome.
That's really
So
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, you're like nodding your head, you're like, yep. Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Uh-huh.
And so what are your transfer plans?
Okay, my transfer plans. Okay, I'm so nervous right now. Like
Uh-huh.
so over the top nervous because I'm waiting on UC like apps right now to hear
Mm-hmm.
back from my UC colleges that I applied to.
Yeah.
I really want to go to Berkeley, like really bad. That's
Okay.
my dream school. I don't know if they
Yeah.
like want me though. It's like who wants me, guys, you know? So yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I got accepted to Cal
Right.
State
Fingers crossed.
Fullerton, so that's
Yay.
good.
That's a very good
Yeah.
school.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would be proud of myself to go there. Yeah.
Right. Cal State
Mhm.
Fullerton is a very good school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you talked a little bit about mindfulness because you work
Yeah.
as an
Mhm.
ambassador. Could you talk a little bit about more about the importance of mindfulness? Because I feel like students like us just kind of forget that. We
Yeah,
just
for
push that
sure.
back and we just keep going with our
Yeah.
classes and classes and classes and classes, and then we just
Uh-huh.
burn out. And
Mhm.
that's not
Yeah.
good. So can you talk a
Yeah.
little bit more about that?
Okay, yeah. So my like version of mindfulness doesn't really involve like the more like meditation side or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of think that one of the most important things that we need to decide is what we want. You know what I mean? Like rarely do we ask ourselves like what do I want to get out of life and how do I get
Mm-hmm.
that, you know? So like
Yeah.
kind of having that like focus and being okay if you like mess up or like don't do too well or something. Like yeah, like in one of my classes I started off with a 22% and I got it up to like an A. You know what I mean? So like being
Impressive.
aware that like it was so difficult. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I had a mental breakdown during that class. It was okay. Yeah. Um but like you just have to be like aware of like what you want and how to get there and like just be aware like of your actions and like put yourself in a good position that works for you. Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
really helpful. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
So talking a little bit about community college stigma, since that's kind of the main point of this
Oh no.
entire project.
Yes, thank
Um,
you.
yes, I know you have a lot to say about that. So first, let's
Yeah.
start with why did you choose to go to a community college? So during high school, did you do the whole application process, or did you knew that you were going to go to community college?
No. Actually, my like senior year of high school, I didn't even take the SAT. So I never knew like what I would have gotten on SAT because I was like, I'm going to community college. This is mostly because I didn't have any like money, you know. I started working when I was 16, but I didn't earn a lot, and so I
Mhm.
knew that community college would be the best thing for me. And
Right.
yeah, so yeah, I was a little bit unmotivated in high school too, so I didn't have like amazing grades or anything. So yeah.
And why do you think there's so much stigma around going to community colleges?
Um, okay, I think it has a lot to do with like the name. You know what I mean? Like if it like or the lack of like name or influence. You know, I say something like Stanford, Yale, Berkeley, you know, like all these
Yeah.
things and instantly you think, oh my goodness, like that's impressive, you know?
Right.
Because they have the funds and the backing and like the long like lineage of like power or whatever in order to like establish themselves as something that
Right.
is credible and like worth it, you know? You say
Yeah.
like community college and you might think something a little bit more like soft or like not as impressive or something. So I think some of it comes down to the name and the way that like schools with a lot of money or influence are able to kind of use that. Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
and have
that's one
you
area.
ever and have you received any comments about attending community college, or have you ever gotten any of that stigma? Can
Oh
you talk about
yeah,
that?
yeah. So in high school I took AP classes.
Mm-hmm.
So like I did the AP tests. I scored pretty well on those. Yeah, and I was just surrounded with like the AP crowd or whatever, right? Everybody was like talking about like I got into Brown, I got into here, I got into there, and then they were like, "Wait, Olivia, like you're smart. Like why are you going to community college?" I couldn't like explain to them, hey, some people don't have money. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was a little bit like weird. And yeah, like I had a friend, I just barely knew him in high school, but he went to Fullerton College too. And like we
Yeah.
were in the same class and he was like shocked. Like he couldn't believe it. He's like, why would you go to community college or something? And I'm like, why not? It's an amazing
Right.
school, you know? And we're saving so much money. So it's like a lot. Yeah, and from teachers
Right.
too, you know, and yeah. hmm
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
definitely noticed that from coming from teachers too. Like they like to
Yeah. I
elevate
know.
the ones who are going to, say Brown or University of
Yeah.
this and University of that, and then you go to Fullerton College and they're like, good job on saving the money.
I know.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
Uh,
yeah. Oh, really quick. I mentioned that I work at Fullerton High School, right? They have like an
yeah.
abbreviation for Fullerton College where it's like across the street university. So
Yeah.
it's called like, yeah, you know what I mean? And it's just like, come on, guys, like it's a great school, you know?
Right.
Yeah, funny.
Don't they
Yeah.
also have the UCLA University on the corner of Lemon and something? Lemon Avenue, something like that. Or
Lemon and Chapman
University
or
of
something.
Chapman and Lemon Avenue. Yeah,
Oh
they
my
have that.
god.
I heard that, and
Yeah,
that was funny and sad to me at the same time. So then people
I
started asking me where I'm
know.
going, and I was like, UCLA.
No. Oh my
That was
gosh.
funny.
Yeah. hmm
But have like I know there's a lot of the stigma that comes around to this college, but has any of that
hmm
stigma proven to be true in your case from your experience?
Um, no. To be honest, like I've felt like a lot of I don't know, like I need something, like it's there for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I think that people kind of think that a lot of these extra things or these like fancy things or like going to like a really big like sports tournament or like or like having like dorms, or like having that like ideal like life or whatever, like dorm life, college life, fraternities, sororities, that's like part of college. Like I'm here to like learn, you know what I mean? And so like community college meets that for me, while giving me all this extra stuff like free food from a food bank, or mental health resources like actual therapy at the health center. Like I need a band-aid, I go to the health center, they got me. You know,
Yeah.
I need help with writing, they're there to support me. I need help with math, and it's really really cool. And I
And
feel
there's a
like
whole
it's,
math lab.
I know,
I mean,
yeah, we
it's
have a whole math
awesome.
lab, and students are the ones in there teaching other students. Like that's lovely, you know. And so I think that community college is not elite, but certainly not, and that's one of the things that I think is best, and one of the things that I love most about it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
So since we're talking a little bit about the resources that our college specifically offers, let's expand on that. What resources have you personally used and benefited from?
Whew, okay. So, okay. When I started, I've used a lot of them. So I'm like
Yeah.
running through my head.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, free bus passes.
Oh, yeah,
We
that one's awesome.
like basically free transportation. You would usually
Right.
have to pay $50 a month, and that adds up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you use the bus too sometimes?
I don't know.
Okay, dude, you should
But I do
try.
know it's
It's
still
like,
awesome. Maybe, yeah.
yeah, you meet like the funkiest people. It's the best. Anyway, yeah, there was this like guy, and he had like a parrot with him, and for $5 you could
Fascinating.
take a picture with the parrot. It was the best. Okay. Anyway, so
Beyond the pair, dude.
the parrot dude. Okay, there's like mindfulness Mondays, like growth mindset ambassador things. There's the teacher pathway program if you're
Yeah.
interested in being a teacher. That's really really great. You get plugged in with other people who want to be teachers. I was an ambassador for that program my first 2 semesters of college, and there's the food bank, free groceries. Like you can live off of that if you want to. That's amazing. The tutoring center, writing center, math lab, the library, like research librarians who are there if you schedule an appointment, who will just select like academic like records and research for your project specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's provided at like a research university. Admissions and records is there, counseling is there, the transfer center, associated students, and all the clubs. A lot of really great ways that you can like network with your professors. Yeah, the Hornets tutoring program, which I work for, and I tutor like in a class like a teacher. It's really really cool. Yeah, those are all the ones I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah, and those are awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, I've used some of them,
Uh-huh.
and they're definitely really, really
Mhm.
well
Yeah.
developed and well maintained. And it's not
Yeah.
that it's just there and nobody grows it. They're actually well
I
used as well.
know.
A lot of
Yeah.
students use these
Uh-huh.
programs,
Yeah.
and
It's awesome.
and that's one thing that I do love about our college, that they
Mhm.
are there to do that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, do you have any other stuff you want to add about community college stigma?
Um, uh, in light of like professors, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of students may anticipate that professors like won't be as good as if they went to a four-year university. I think we kind of need to clear this up a lot because they are actually some of the highest paid professors in colleges. Professors who work at a community college, which I
Yeah.
feel like is surprising to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're also, it's one of the most selective hiring processes to work at a community college. And they're there not only to give you like academic support, but like there for you like personally in a way, because they do really want to like connect students to all those resources, and that is actually part of their like job description. Like it's in their
Right.
job description. Like that's so cool and really really valuable for a student who
Yeah.
maybe doesn't know so much what they want to do,
Yeah.
or like what they want. So yeah, out of life or college or career. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that I've noticed with our professors is that a lot of them are full-time faculty. They're there because
Mhm.
they truly want to teach us instead of,
Yeah.
and our class size are so much smaller. Let's talk about the honors program too, because we're both a part of that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
and through that we get these really nice, small classes that are basically equivalent of private universities, except for we don't pay for
Mhm.
them. I don't. because I'm part of the Promise program. So it's like, that's really nice. Those classes are super fun. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And do you have like any advice for current high school juniors and seniors who are looking into where they're going to go to college, and perhaps the thing that's stopping them is the stigma from attending a community college?
Yeah. Okay. I would say that adulthood and paying for things on your own, first of all, is extremely like stressful. Like taking out loans, I understand that. I'm probably gonna be doing that in a few years. It is rough, but like it can be like avoided, and this is a really, really good like tangible way of avoiding that. Also, if you don't know what you want yet, and you're not sure like what kind of path you want to go on, don't like waste a lot of money trying to figure it out. You can take community college classes. I have a friend goes to a private school, doesn't know what she wants. She pays $40,000 tuition like a year. You know, that's $1,000 like per unit that she pays. I pay what, like 47 or something. You know what I mean? So, like, just to see the contrast between those two numbers. You don't know what you want. You're not sure what you want. Go to community college. Petition to take a ton of units, and just take all the units you can, and just all the different things you can learn. Take languages, art history, like geography, mathematics, like history of math, cosmetology programs, like all these different things. Yeah. That you can really like learn, like to develop like what you want as a person. I started college thinking, okay, I want to be a high school English teacher. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be a political science college professor. You know what I mean? So like it's not an environment that squashes your dreams, and it's not depressing. You know what I mean? I can guarantee that. It's very, very life-giving, and you feel like encouraged and motivated in a lot of different ways. So if you're worried about like a crushing, depressing spirit, like it's not that. You don't need to worry about that. Come join us. It's great.
Yay, it is great. So, and do you have any more advice for current community college students who might feel ashamed of saying that they go to community college because of all the stigma, and they feel not proud of themselves, you know?
Oh, I'd say like embrace kind of where you are at life right now, and kind of acknowledge that like, hey, I'm not going to be able to like go to another university. This is what works for me right now, and this is a stepping stone to get to like the next step. Just like anything, you know? So like what you do now and what you do here, you need to make that like the best opportunity for yourself. So like see an opportunity in everything that you do, and hopefully that will kind of lead you to kind of like find out like where your passions lie and stuff. And if anybody says it gives you a crap, just hey, talk to me. Just kidding. Or you, or Urooj, or like just explain to them like where you're at the moment, and if they can't deal with that, then that's their problem. You know? Yeah. Just like clarity and understanding, and like empathy and stuff. Those are things that you want to like encourage and kind of stand behind. So
That's oh my God. But that's really, really good advice. That's genuinely really nice.
Good.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me that advice, as well as having this really nice discussion with me. I do appreciate it. This is like one of my longer interviews, but I do really like that.
Okay, sorry, I talk a lot.
No, I really like that, because you talked about a lot of really important things that I also care about. So thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And do you have any last things to add before I stop recording?
Go Hornets! Woo!
Go Hornets! All right, I'm gonna stop recording now.